Welcome back to the land. Special episode today. You're gonna watch the three of us nerd the fuck out and argue over shit that we shouldn't be arguing over as grown men. Maybe, maybe not. It's up in the air. But King, start us off with that ridiculous statement you said earlier.
It's not a statement. It's just a fact. Hunter, and I'm a fan of both. But I'm just saying, Hunter is better than Bleach.
On what grounds?
We were talking about it earlier. Like, I do think Bleach has better fights, right? But in terms of like character development, the overall plot, I feel like Hunter is better.
Honestly, I don't think Hunter is bad. Like I said earlier, I think there's a lot of stuff from Hunter that I wish other shows had. Like, I think Hunter's power system and how that interacts in the world is really leveled really out, balanced. Balanced. Yeah, it makes sense. Is like there's not this one dude who can just fucking fuck everybody up. Obviously, someone else could get strong in the opposite, thing. So it's I'll give that to him, but there's a lot of stuff in the show that just fucking rubs me the wrong way. Like for instance, the whole thing with the Corollo thing where he fucking was his Kurapika, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking did the fucking curse thing on him or whatever.
Yeah. And
then the way for him to get the curse removed was just so I don't know, I just felt like it was just ridiculous.
What do you mean? Why is it ridiculous?
Because it just feels like they did all this shit. So what? He had to go find that dude, right? Who could do the shit with the curses,
yeah,
or whatever, right? And then so all that work that Kurapika did, it just gets undone with.
Well, it's not like Kurapika wasn't thinking about that when he was trying to manifest that ability. You know what I mean? The whole reason that ability manifested in the first place is because his hate for the Phantom Troop was so strong. It's not like he was like, damn, there's dudes out there that can fucking take this shit off. I feel like that's the case for any Nen ability. Yeah.
And then the other thing that rubs me wrong is and the one that rubs me wrong the most is during the fucking Chimera ant arc, Kite gets his fucking head chopped off, right? And they fucking run away, right?
Yeah.
Who are the people that fucking show up as backup?
What about them?
Well, who are the people?
I don't remember
It's
their name.
Netero, right?
There's Netero,
and then
there's the smoke guy,
dude.
and then the dude can create portals. And then they bring in Knuckle and Shoot after they beat Goku.
And Knuckle and Shoot were they're not the head guys.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is the same people that end up fighting in the upcoming arc, where they actually fight Miriam and them, are the motherfuckers. They're all right there. None of them, nobody else over there did training. They didn't do no fucking training or anything too crazy, right? So it's Gon and Killua did some little shit after that, right? But why couldn't they go and?
So your beef is with five dudes pulling up and not pushing straight into to fight all the Chimera ants.
But they know the situation. That's what they set Kite in them for. These kids can literally tell you what the fuck is going on.
I mean, they had to take time to form a plan. That whole half the arc is about them forming a plan.
Bro, I just think it was a bit ridiculous.
Plus, they weren't expecting the ants were way stronger than what they expected.
I'm not disagreeing with you. You don't want to just push in on some shit you don't know nothing about and not have a plan. But when the plan ended up being fucking, let's take fucking forever to build up to this fucking fight, right? And the whole the whole sequence with them fucking rushing to the stairs, all the episodes leading up to them rushing up to the stairs.
We were just talking about that though, about how Ian said he liked the narration of Hunter x Hunter though, right?
The narration, or
all right. So the whole thing that took so long, right, is the scene you're talking about is when they pop up, right? They come out of the portal and they're running up the stairs.
No,
right?
I'm not talking about that particular. I'm talking about everything leading up to I felt like there was this slow build up leading up to, okay, here we go, and then it's them running up the stairs, right? And then it's I feel like everything between them running up the stairs and when they fucking decided to go train or whatever, I feel all this shit right here is just
it was good build up. It's solid build up. You need that for a good story.
The only shit in this fat chunk that I liked was those little instances where Gon was about to snap on a motherfucker. That's the only thing in this chunk that I enjoyed. All the other shit was just it it was just like, what the fuck? You know, and I don't know if that's like
I feel like you needed
the
that
drawdown part, you know, like the tempo, the lower end of the tempo of the show.
I feel like everything that happened in that arc you needed from the characters, right? Because you like the whole up to the Chimera Ant arc, it was like it showed like the good of the friendship between Gon and Killua and stuff like that. But then it kind of showed like Gon is like this happy-go-lucky kid or whatever, and then for the first time when Kite dies, spoilers. I said that after. Yeah. Whatever. Stop listening to shit if you fucking.
Just put captions on there, Ian. Right before he says it.
Hunter spoilers, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, the relationship, right? Like up to that point, like you hadn't really seen like Gon angry until Kite dies, and then he starts snapping, right? He starts getting angry, and like Killua really doesn't know how to deal with that and shit, and so Killua kind of feels isolated, you know, and like you see that,
and that's dope. Like I like that. It was just for me. I felt like a lot of the show was just dragged out for just too much. Like I feel like a lot of it you could have shortened it, and I feel like me personally watching in the audience perspective, I feel like I still would have got that same emotion and same effect from watching it, even if you cut some of that stuff out.
That's cool, but and then that's like a what you prefer to. That's a preference thing.
Yeah, that's a preference thing. And then so what they get there, right, and they fucking jump off a dragon or a bird or the fuck.
That was Zoldek's Nen ability.
Yeah, and that shit was cold as fuck. And then they show up. Oh, let's go fight somewhere else. So it's just like, what the? You know?
The whole point of that was to separate.
Yeah,
to separate Meruem and the Rogue Guard.
Everyone else is fucking fucked up.
If they just walked up to the front door and they're like, Meruem, let's go fight in the desert. The Royal Guard was not having that shit.
Yeah,
they're like, there's
they
no
would have
way.
went there with them and shit. Yeah. And then also though, like realizing like watching it, like Meruem was strong as fuck, but like I just don't like that he died from radiation. Like that shit was like, I would have rather him like died in the fight.
Especially, I think it's weird that like
they could because you know how Gon he like snaps and he like transforms.
Yeah,
you could have gone straight from fighting what's her name P2 to like going to fight Meruem and fucking him up that way too.
Yeah,
because even she admitted that like Gon is stronger than him right now.
I think she said that like, he'd be just as strong or stronger.
She said like he'd be like a definite threat,
threat or some shit like that. Yeah, and like that's another thing. Like I don't like. I mean, it was cool how like he went back and then he realized he was dying, so then he started playing the game with the girl again, and then they have their closing moments and shit like that. Like that was dope. I like that, but like
what's her name, Kamugi?
Yeah. I still kind of wish like he had like died in the fight or something. Not really the radiation, but and then after this whole ensemble, like then there's that little string of episodes where it's like okay, and then we're
gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that.
Yeah, but he made a good point. He made a good point earlier. He was like, well, like the show stops there, but that's not all there is to it. Right?
Yeah, that's not the end of the manga.
Think for me, it's just like because you made the comparison to Bleach, right? About how Bleach ended where it wasn't, where the manga didn't end, right? The anime ended where, but like I feel like I don't know. Actually, shit.
What, you thought Bleach tied their ends with the Fullbring arc? Explain. All right, you just made me defend the Chimera Ant arc. You explain the Fullbring arc.
The Fullbring arc was just so that Ichigo could get his powers back. That's it. I think, in my opinion.
But it was good? You thought it was good?
No, it wasn't good, but they needed something, I feel like because the way it ended and how it kept up going on in the manga, that would have just been like a filler arc kind of thing for like a bigger arc. That's
and I think that's the same point he was making with the whole like that string of 10 episodes in Hunter x Hunter. Like if the show had kept going on, like I wouldn't.
I thought you could have went completely without that arc in Bleach, the Fullbringer arc.
Then how would he get his powers back?
Yeah, you could have explained it away in the 1,000-Year Blood War, but like you could have. I think you got a good point. Like they have to show a way for him to get his powers back. In my opinion, that is the arc. That and the bounce. I'm not watching either one of those arcs. The bounce.
Yeah, after the Soul Society, they'll go fight.
Oh yeah.
They fucking suck the reishi.
Yeah.
Or whatever, they eat the fucking reishi or whatever to get stronger and shit like that.
Yeah, they're like vampires or something.
They're like a fucking vampire in a sense. They even look like a fucking vampire.
I just feel like
I don't. Every time I've rewatched Bleach several times, but every time I rewatch it, I literally skip that and I don't even watch the full version. Like I don't.
That's it. I feel like there's obviously a clearly a bad arc in Hunter x Hunter. Like one that's worse than the other ones, but I still, even that one is like
usually
average.
like more
you know
balance.
What I mean? Like I feel like like when I'm watching it, like I don't want to take any breaks in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did watch. What was it 157? All 157 straight. So
take a break. Go outside.
I guess it was pretty good for me to sit
watch
there
it with fresh eyes, bro.
You know, but and then what we also talked about fucking how stupid Dragon Ball Super is.
I don't think it is. You open my eyes to some things.
That's a good point though.
Yeah,
I don't think people think about that shit. Like, and that's when like I hate. My thing is like obviously like when you're a fan of something and it's like ongoing or they bring it back or something like that, but they do like new stuff to it. Like if you are a fan of the original thing, like you may feel some type of way about the changes and shit like that, you know. But I don't really see a lot of good things about Super in my opinion. Like I said, like the only original thing that I see is definitely like only character wise. Okay, yeah, I'll give you Beerus, I'll give you Whis and the Angels and shit like that, but it's fucking hit like. Everything else outside of that is just.
I don't think it's just. There's other like
what
hit is.
Because if you say Jiren, cool, but I'm gonna hit you
the
with
character design.
I'm gonna hit you with the character designs. Everyone in that whole arc is trash. Like, there's no way you sat down and were like, "Oh yeah, this is good." Fucking run it. You know, like they're the fucking rabbit.
I like the idea of Khalifa and what's he doing?
Khalifa and Kale, but that brought me to the point where like one of the biggest reasons why I don't like Super and I don't understand how if you're like a diehard Dragon Ball Z fan, I understand if you could like because some people like you said GT was cool. I think GT is cool. It's trash when you go back and try to watch it, but I still think it's cool. And there's some parts of Super I think it's cool, but like it really fucking annoys me that like I feel like it's just fucking lazy writing or lazy ideas when you're literally like for instance like. Goku Black is like I said. Goku Black is literally fucking turles with a fucking cell-like backstory. Like, throw some, sprinkle a little time travel on there. Sprinkle a little time travel on there. Sprinkle a little. He killed these people in this dimension or universe, and he went to another one. Reality.
I think he's written a little bit better
than Cell.
Then what's his name? Turles.
Turles? No, but like I'm saying, like like oh, he looks just like Goku. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I feel like they like for me, and I say this all the time. Dragon Ball Super is a lot of I'm gonna take characters and ideas from movies that's not canon, and I'm gonna throw it into Super and act like it's a new thing. Like Goku Black.
The Goku Black arc was like I like the idea of Goku Black, but they lost me with like the shit with Zamasu and like wishing for like he had Goku's body and shit like that. That really fucked me up. But like I like the idea of the character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, but it's just like I feel like they didn't sit down and come up with this from scratch. Like they were just like, oh, what can we do? And to further that, my idea on why them do it, I feel like it's intentional is the Kale and Khalifa thing because I feel like they introduced Kale and Khalifa. Because there's no fucking way you're a friend of the franchise and you don't appreciate Broly. Like, no fucking way. Like you have to know Broly exists if you're a fan of the franchise, right? So then, like, they want to give people what they want. They want to see Broly, right? And then in Super, but they do that little thing where they fucking make their own little twist on it. And I feel like a lot of people were a little disappointed in the Kale and Khalifa fucking interaction or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, they bring a real Broly in with the movie, and then there's so much with the movie that I fucking nitpick. Where it's like, I don't know. It's just like I feel like the show is being run by people who fucking did not grow up watching Dragon Ball Z.
I like the idea of like, I like that. All right, I like the idea of female Super Saiyans. And then I also like the idea. I like the new character design for Broly. I like the old one is a classic, right? He's huge, right? Like the white eyes, like everything about intimidating.
He fucking explodes when he fucking transforms.
Yeah, right.
The thing is that I don't like how they designed the Saiyans from the other universe.
Like who?
Oh, you mean like
fucking
in
Cal
Super?
and
Yeah, they're
Broly.
fucking lame as hell. And
they're like little fucking kids.
And then I understand, like you notice in Z that like Goten and them. Had and Trunks.
They were fucking jacked.
They were no. I'm saying they were able. They were able to go Super Saiyan way easier than their predecessors, right? But then like these motherfuckers.
They just said it.
He said, "Oh yeah,
look for that tingling sensation.
That little tingling sensation in your back. You have to go for that." And then fucking transform. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, all right, man.
At the same time, I'm not. I get it. Like, all right. I'm not gonna point out, like, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, oh yeah, forget about inconsistencies. But like, I'm not really watching Dragon Ball anything for, you know, plot or like story. You know what I mean?
And that's just like you're not that tied into it. And I feel like because like I said, like I love Dragon Ball Z. I love the franchise. I love everything about it. I fucking grew up watching that shit every fucking Saturday on fucking Toonami. Right? I played damn near every single game. Right? Even the fucking little fucking Game Boy Advance ones. You fucking run around. You get the fucking big ass head and shit. Run around playing, fucking fighting and shit. You know, it's like I fucking love the franchise with all my heart and shit like that. And
I think you're too invested.
I am invested.
You're too invested.
I'm a huge fan of it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm honestly a fan of it because, like I said, like I don't know, like I really like the show in general. And then, like I saw like a lot of similarities with like especially like those string of episodes in Z where it switches, the attention completely rotates to Gohan.
And like another thing too, you know how like when we were kids and shit, and like Dragon Ball Z before Dragon Ball Super was a thing, you know how like you would always just fucking YouTube fucking Goku Super Saiyan 5, Super Saiyan 6.
Motherfucker got the long ass.
And then, you know, they give us with this fucking bullshit ass Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. I was like, bitch, we literally told you what we fucking wanted. Give us what the fuck we want, you know? Like, it would have been so badass to see a fucking Super Saiyan 5 or 4.
I think it would have been cool if in Super they, like, addressed some shit that we always wanted to see, like they mentioned they make jokes about it, but I want to see it, like, I want to see Vegeta be Super Saiyan 3. Like, did he ever get it? Like, I want to see him do it, you know? Stuff like that. Like, I feel like they could have, like, I want to, you mean tell me this motherfucker been to the afterworld, the afterlife, and no one ever just thought, oh, let me go see.
I just think they're going too far with the transformations.
Let me go see Grandpa Gohan. No one want to see Grandpa Gohan.
They're honestly making that shit so dry because like you know, Vegeta just had that new transformation and shit in the manga, right? Like you seen the I'm sure you've seen like the spoilers and shit.
I've seen a picture.
He kind of looks like he has the Super Saiyan God hair still. I think it's like
it's purple.
They haven't animated. They haven't animated. So
I've seen a picture.
But he has like the Super Saiyan 3 eyebrows with the fucking you know, he doesn't have eyebrows. Yeah. But he still gets clapped. You know what I mean? Like classic Vegeta. But
I fucking hate how they never give him his moment though.
But the thing is, like, it's really the same design. Fan? I feel like they're just recycling designs.
You're a Vegeta fan? Are you a Vegeta fan?
Yeah, I'm a Vegeta fan.
Honestly,
who is not a Vegeta fan?
Gohan.
You're a Vegeta fan too?
Who is not a Vegeta fan?
I'm not a Vegeta fan.
What?
Gohan used to be my favorite character. Like Teen Gohan fighting
Teen Gohan
was the best fucking character in the whole fucking show.
Is the best character in the entire franchise.
But now Vegeta is my favorite character.
I'm not a Vegeta fan. I am not a Vegeta fan.
Yeah, bro, they never gave Vegeta his fucking chance.
That's what I'm saying. Give him a moment, bro.
Love Piccolo too for some reason.
Vegeta's a glorified.
The closest moment he's had was Majin Vegeta. That was the closest, and
that's the only Vegeta I like. Him though, I like Majin Vegeta, and I like the original Vegeta when he came up on some smoke, tried to destroy Earth. You know.
Yeah.
But everything else, whatever. Especially like the whole shit he did with Cell. That shit pissed me off. It's like, oh yeah, let's let him get stronger, so I can prove myself some more.
He could have did it. He could have ended it right there.
You know what? Like another thing too. You know how like with Super, they just kept going. They kept the story going on with Goku, Vegeta, and whoever. GT, they were trying to give the story to like the grandkids, like Trunks and fucking Pan. Yeah, that would have been dope. You know.
Yeah. Well, then, did you guys ever see the movie? That one movie where it's like Pan's grandkid,
dude,
or great grandkid. Did you ever see that movie?
Yes,
bro.
It's like the end. Ain't that like the end of GT?
That's like the ending of GT.
But see,
they like show him and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It's what's Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr.
Yeah. The cool thing I will say is like, because obviously like GT's not canon, right? And then so. But if you notice, like, if you go watch Dragon Ball Z, I don't know if it's the last episode, but there's that episode where everyone's grown as fuck, right? Yeah. Like, Goten, first of all, Goten looks completely unrecognizable. Like, he looks big as fuck, right? And then in GT, looks completely different. But I like the idea that, like, what if all this shit happens in Super, right? And then something happens to where they all just go back with their normal lives, right? Like, I know, like what, right now, Goku has this Ultra Instinct, and then Vegeta has this alter ego. But then in that episode, like they're fighting or whatever, because he's fighting Oob, right?
Yeah.
He's fighting Oob or whatever, but like Goku never like transforms or some shit like that. So like in my mind, I kind of want to wish that Super takes place before that episode.
Yeah.
In my mind, because in that episode at the end of Z, they're all old as hell. So like in my heart and in my mind, I imagine that Super takes place right before that episode.
I mean, you can, yeah, for sure.
Because otherwise, like, how the fuck?
Whatever you got to do.
Whatever you got to do. The other thing that makes this show a little broken is the thing with the Dragon Balls. Like they have the Mechian ones where it's like,
it's three.
Before like the original Dragon Balls, like you could only bring somebody back to life once.
Yeah.
And if it was an unnatural death, so they were killed or some shit.
Yeah.
But now with these new ones, like they could just bring anybody back just because of fucking.
There's no rules.
There's no rules.
Feel like
Adjusted it for so
and
it's
I feel like
easier
that's
to
why
write.
they can't fucking get rid of Goku and Vegeta and let the story carry on with the fucking next generation.
Yeah. It's good though.
Well, obviously, I'm a fucking nerd, and I'm a huge fan of it. But yeah,
We're at like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, see?
But don't forget, whatever you do, if you take anything from this, watch One Piece.
Yes.
All
it.
fucking 999 episodes, or whatever how many there fucking are now.
Watch it.
watch JoJo's.
I don't know about that.
Watch JoJo's.